What up, YouTube? I'm back for another video on this beautiful day, y'all. And look, one of my biggest struggles out here in this garden, besides the birds, is growing watermelon. And I did a little experimentation this year. I started out some in containers. Now these is what I started on the inside under my grow light, and I started these way before the season. Brought them out right at the right time of the season, and this is what I got. Now this is a Jubilee watermelon. I tried a couple different varieties. This is a Blacktail watermelon. Can you see it good? All right, we got it. And this is a garden leader monster or whatever. Now this is the growth on it. It's not bad growth for container. It's not. Now remember, I started these first. And this is a leader monster. It even has watermelon on it. So they're not doing awful. You know, one watermelon per plant. Not a bad ratio, right? Right. But all right, y'all. I have the same varieties. This is Garden Monster Leader, my Blacktail watermelon, my Jubilee watermelon, Blacktail. Now this is the growth, and I planted these, I don't know, 3 weeks later. Now keep in mind, I have cantaloupe in here too. We're not looking at the cantaloupe, just looking at the watermelon vine. I want to say I got 6 plants in here. So I didn't want to cut it. Before I chopped the vines down, I wanted to make a video so y'all could see how well these vines were growing. Even they all the way over here into my okra, which I have another garden leader right here. It is growing crazy with vines and watermelons. It stretched all the way over here. Let's go on the other side. Now, it's hard to see because it mixes with the grass. I need to cut the grass. Don't worry about that. But just look at it. Oh, these cantaloupe. Let's enjoy the cantaloupe too while we're here. It's a cantaloupe. First time ever growing cantaloupe. Yay! Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna insert a clip about my struggles with growing watermelons from last year.
Drum roll, please.
And I mean, everywhere you look, you got watermelon. They're everywhere. So am I saying not to grow watermelons in containers? No. What I'm doing is showing you the experiment I did and how it's going with my experiment. No more, no less. But for me, I will only grow watermelons in the ground going forward. Because for a shorter period of time that I was growing the watermelons in the ground, I got way more watermelon, and the vines are growing way better. To me, growing watermelons in the ground is the best thing for me. I'm just saying. Okay, I guess I'm gonna answer this question before I cut the video off one more time. But I know somebody in the comments gonna ask, well, what do you fertilize with? Well, once the plants were small, before they got fruit on them, I use 5-11 nitrogen heavy to get the leaves going. And you know, once the leaves get going, then the fruit get going. So once the fruit got going, I went to I want to say a 1 one something something, but I went down on my nitrogen and I went up on the phosphorus and potassium. I feel like once I get that much right there, then you pretty much good on your nitrogen. So after that, I started going with a really low nitrogen and went into a higher phosphorus and potassium. So that seemed to work. But I just wanted to answer that question before we got into the comments. I'm not saying what's the best way to do it. I'm just saying that's the way I do it. And gardening is very subjective. So however you garden, salute to you. And I'm just glad you gardening. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Well, hey y'all, before we go, I've noticed this. Now out of all these cantaloupe vines, I only got one cantaloupe. Unless I'm missing one somewhere in here. No, here's one more. It just seems like it should get more production from the cantaloupes, you know what I mean? For all these vines that's inside the watermelon. But I don't know, I just wanted to document it. That seemed really weird.